In today's Formula One, the cars have become giants, nothing like the nimble speedsters of the past. They are huge, almost as massive as a shipping container, and weigh nearly a ton. It is a far cry from the thrilling and agile F1 cars that we remember. But here is the exciting news. Change is in the air. Set to hit the tracks in 2026, the FIA is ready to introduce a whole new breed of F1 cars designed to bring back the heart-pounding excitement that defines the sport. It is a return to the basics of racing, focusing on speed, precision, and pure thrills. So let's dive right into all of these exciting changes in F1 cars for the 2026 season. While Formula One is currently just in the second year of its current rule set, it's already looking forward to a major overhaul set to kick off in 2026. The key point of these upcoming changes revolves around the power units, the beating heart of these high-speed machines. What's on the horizon is not just an evolution, it's a revolution. The driving force behind this revolution is the move toward fully sustainable fuels. In short, F1 is taking a giant leap towards being more eco-friendly, ensuring that the fuel powering these incredible racing cars is not only powerful but also environmentally responsible. This shift signifies a commitment to reducing the sport's carbon footprint and aligning it with more sustainable practices, addressing the concerns of the modern era. But the changes don't stop there. The turbo hybrid engines, the technological marvels that have been at the heart of F1, are also in for a transformation. Gone is the complex MGU-H, a component that has challenged engineers and sometimes resulted in reliability issues. In its place, we are looking at revamped turbo hybrids, engineered to deliver both power and efficiency. But what is truly fascinating is how these changes have attracted key players to the F1 stage. Audi, renowned for its engineering prowess and motorsport heritage, has been lured in by the promise of this new era. Even Honda, who had previously considered leaving the F1 scene, has done an impressive U-turn, choosing to stay and be a part of this exciting chapter. Yet the engine isn't the sole focus of these transformations. The cars themselves are set to undergo a significant facelift. The criticism surrounding the current F1 cars revolves around their weight. They have become colossal in size, which not only affects their responsiveness but also places immense strain on the tires, a crucial element in creating thrilling races. Now, Formula One is evolving, and it's all about shedding some weight and getting back to its roots of thrilling racing. One of the big goals here is to make the cars lighter. They've become a bit like heavyweight champs lately, and the FIA wants to change that. How? Well, they're aiming to reduce the weight limit by a whopping 40 to 50 kilos in 2026. That is like shedding the weight of a couple of passengers from each car. Now here's where it gets interesting. The FIA is introducing what they call the nimble car concept. It is all about making the car sleeker and more agile. Think of it like turning a sumo wrestler into a gymnast. Smaller dimensions are a part of this plan, and they're trimming down the wheelbase from 3600mm to 3400mm. Also, the cars will become 10 centimeters narrower, going from 2000mm to 1900mm wide. But it's not just about looks, it's also about performance. Smaller dimensions will help with weight reduction, but there is more to it. The FIA wants less downforce, which means less air pushing down on the cars. Now that is great because it puts less stress on parts like the suspension, which can then be lighter. Imagine having to carry fewer heavy bags when you travel. The cars will feel the same kind of relief. Oh, and the wheels are getting a makeover too. F1 is ditching the current 18-inch wheels and going for smaller 16-inch wheel rims. Smaller wheels mean less weight, and every bit counts in the quest for speed and agility. Now let's talk aerodynamics. The 2026 cars will still use ground effect, which is a fancy way of saying they'll stick to the track better. But here is the cool part. The FIA is working on better rules to ensure the cars can follow each other closely. It's like making sure cars can dance in a tight formation without bumping into each other. In recent years, there were some tricks teams used that messed with the airflow and made close racing tricky. The FIA aims to fix that for 2026 and make the racing even more intense. But what about lap times? Well, the simulation suggests they won't be dramatically slower than they are now, and even if they were, it is not a big worry for the FIA. They're more focused on the overall quality of racing, making sure it is edge-of-your-seat thrilling. And don't worry about the looks of the cars, they might have some differences, but they will still look like Formula One cars. They will keep that iconic F1 vibe that we all love. Now, let's talk about some fancy tech. The 2026 cars are going to have a movable aero. That means that they can change their aerodynamic bits to reduce drag on the straights. It's like a race car going from its sleek low drag mode on the highway to a more aggressive setup when it needs to carve through the corners. Now, when it comes to DRS, drag reduction system, things are still up in the air. In a good way. The FIA is exploring different ideas to create those thrilling overtaking opportunities that we all love. Nicholas Tombazis, the head honcho at the FIA, spilled the beans on this one. And here is the scoop. There will be something akin to the current DRS, a system that helps the car behind catch up and potentially make a move. But how will it work? That is the exciting part. It could be an additional tweak of an aerodynamic part on the straight, or maybe a change during a corner, or perhaps it will involve the energy from the engine. The FIA is crunching numbers, running simulations, and brainstorming to find the perfect solution. But here's the key. They don't want cars just zooming past each other on the straights. Nope, they want those heart-pounding moments when cars arrive close together at the braking point, and the drivers showcase their skills in thrilling battles. It's all about that edge-of-your-seat excitement. Now, there is something important to remember. The FIA aims to strike a balance. They don't want overtaking to become a walk in the park, but they also don't want it to be impossible. It's like having a secret weapon in your pocket. You use it when needed, but not too much. Overtaking should be a fierce battle, not a Sunday drive. Now let's talk about some concerns that cropped up earlier. Some people are worried that with the changes to the power unit, the cars might run out of battery power too quickly on the straights. Imagine a racer having to change gears while speeding down the straight. That would be wild. But here's the exciting part. Those concerns were a bit premature. The FIA is on top of it, and they are confident that there are solutions. They have found a sweet spot balancing low drag on the cars with how energy can be recovered and used. The result? Cars with a speed profile similar to what we see today. No mid-straight dips or any such drama. Tombazis is clear on this. They want the cars to charge hard into corners, drivers slamming on those brakes, not cruising and coasting lazily. Now sure, there are tracks with long straights like Monza and Spa, but the FIA is ready to adapt for those too. They have got tweaks in mind to ensure the cars maintain the right characteristics and deliver breathtaking racing moments. So, there you have it. Formula One in 2026 is shaping up to be a masterclass in engineering, strategy, and heart-pounding battles. So buckle up, because the future of F1 is going to be a wild and electrifying ride. Now, we would love to hear from you. Are you excited for the 2026 cars and the thrilling changes coming to Formula One? What other changes or innovations would you like to see in the world of motorsport? Share your thoughts down in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more exciting F1 updates.